This right here, this familiar, flimsy piece of paper, is about to become a relic of the past. For millions of Americans, the sight of this check in their mailbox has meant financial survival for decades. But starting today, the federal government is officially pulling the plug. The era of the paper Social Security check is over. And that's not all. While you're processing that massive change, there's a second, even bigger storm cloud gathering in Washington that could directly impact the services you rely on, regardless of how you get your money. A government shutdown is looming, and it has the potential to throw key parts of the Social Security Administration into chaos. Stick with us, because here on Social Security Watch, we're breaking down exactly what the end of paper checks means for you, the critical steps you must take to avoid a disruption in your benefits, and the surprising services that could vanish if the government shuts down. This is vital information you cannot afford to miss. Welcome back to Social Security Watch. If you're new here, this is your channel for clear, straightforward, and actionable information about your Social Security benefits, Medicare, and your financial future. We cut through the political noise and the bureaucratic jargon to give you the facts you need. If that sounds like the kind of resource you want in your corner, please hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of our updates. The rules are changing fast, and we're here to make sure you're always in the know. Let's get straight to the biggest news. As of Tuesday, October 1st, the Social Security Administration has officially stopped issuing paper checks for Social Security and Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, benefits. Now, the government is quick to point out that this affects a small minority, less than 1% of all beneficiaries. But in a system that serves 74 million Americans, 1% is still a lot of people. We're talking about nearly 400,000 individuals who, until now, have relied on that physical check arriving in the mail. So why the change? The reasons are threefold: security, speed, and savings. Security: paper checks are 16 times more likely to be reported lost, stolen, or altered than an electronic transfer. Mail theft is a growing problem, and for a vulnerable senior or disabled individual, a stolen check can be a financial catastrophe. Speed: electronic payments are instant. No more waiting for the mail, no more worrying about weather delays or postal service hiccups. The money is just there. Savings: this is a big one for the government. It costs taxpayers about 50 cents to cut and mail a single paper check. An electronic transfer? Less than 15 cents. That adds up to millions of dollars in savings every year. So the push for electronic payments has been a long time coming. But as of now, it's the law of the land. If you're one of the people still receiving a paper check, don't panic. You have two straightforward options to make sure your benefits continue without a single missed payment. Option 1, direct deposit. This is the most common and often the most convenient method. Your benefit is transferred directly into your checking or savings account on your payment date. It's safe, it's fast, and it's free. Option 2, the direct express or debit card. This is the government's solution for people who don't have or don't want a bank account. It's a prepaid debit card, and your benefits are loaded onto it each month. You can use it to make purchases, pay bills, or get cash from ATMs. The Social Security Administration has been proactively reaching out to paper check recipients for months. But if you've been putting it off, or if you're helping a family member make the switch, the time to act is now. So how do you make the switch? Online. The easiest way is to visit the SSA's website at www.ssa.gov deposit. They have all the forms and information you need. By phone. You can call the Treasury Department's Electronic Payment Solution Center at 1-800-333-1795. In person. You can visit your local Social Security office or your own bank or credit union. They can often help you set up direct deposit right there. Now you might be thinking, what if I simply refuse? What if I can't or won't use electronic payments? The SSA is very clear, your payments will not be cut off. There are exceptions for what they call hardship cases. If you were born on or before May 1st, 1921, if you have a mental impairment that prevents you from managing an account, or if you live in a remote area without the infrastructure for electronic banking, you can request a waiver. To do that, you need to call the U.S. Treasury directly at 1-855-290-1545 and request a waiver to continue receiving a paper check. But be prepared to demonstrate your eligibility for this exception. Okay. So that's the huge planned change we knew was coming. But now, let's talk about the surprise of October, the potential government shutdown that could begin as early as tomorrow. You're probably asking the most important question: will I still get my check? And the answer, unequivocally, is yes. Take a breath. The system hasn't missed a payment in its entire 90-year history, and it won't start now. Social Security benefits are funded by mandatory spending, not the annual budget that Congress is fighting over. The money is already there. As one expert put it, if you're a Social Security recipient, you're going to get your check, and that's obviously a good thing. But, and this is a massive but, while the money will flow, the services you depend on from the Social Security Administration could be severely disrupted. Before we break down exactly which services are on the chopping block, I want you to think about this. Have you ever needed to get a benefit verification letter for a loan? Had to correct an error on your earnings record? Needed a replacement Medicare card? Well, in a shutdown, all of those services could come to a screeching halt. Stick around because after the break, I'm going to give you a complete list of what will and won't work, and one critical announcement about your 2026 benefits that could be delayed. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. So the government has shut down. What happens at Social Security? According to the SSA's own contingency plan, about 90% of its workforce, roughly 45,000 employees, would stay on the job. These are the people deemed essential for the accurate and timely payment of benefits. Another 6,200 employees, however, would be furloughed, sent home without pay. This means the agency is stripping down to its bare bones, focusing only on what's needed to get your money to you. So let's get to that list I promised. Here are the Social Security services that will likely be halted during a government shutdown. Benefit verifications. Need a letter to prove your income for an apartment, a car loan, or a mortgage. You won't be able to get one. Earnings record corrections. Found a mistake on your Social Security statement? It will have to wait. Replacement Medicare cards. Lose your red, white, and blue card? You won't be able to get a new one. Overpayments processing. Issues with an overpayment? Resolving that will be put on hold. Payee accountings. For those who manage benefits for someone else, your reporting will be delayed. New Freedom of Information Act requests. And much of their public relations, IT upgrades, and staff training. Now here's another critical piece of information that could affect every single beneficiary. Every October, the Social Security Administration announces the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, for the next year. This is the increase to your monthly payment designed to keep pace with inflation. This year, that announcement was scheduled for around October 15th. But a shutdown throws that into doubt. The data needed to calculate the COLA comes from the Labor Department, and if the Labor Department is shut down, the data release could be delayed. That means we might not know what our 2026 benefit increase will be until the political stalemate in Washington is resolved. For millions of retirees on a fixed income, that uncertainty is incredibly stressful. So let's bring it all together. You have two major events colliding: the permanent end of paper checks, the potential for a temporary government shutdown. Your action plan is clear. First, if you or someone you know is still getting a paper check, switch to electronic payments immediately. Go to ss.gov deposit or call 1-800-395. Do not wait. Second, be prepared for potential service disruptions at the SSA. If you think you might need a benefit verification letter or have any other non-payment related business with Social Security, try to handle it this week. Don't wait until a shutdown is underway. And finally, know your payment dates for October. Despite any shutdown, the money will go out. SSI recipients, your payment is scheduled for Tuesday, October 1st. Social Security recipients, based on birth date: born 1st 10th, Wednesday, October 8th, born 11th, 20th, Wednesday, October 15th, born 21st, 31st, Tuesday, October 22nd. A lot is changing, but you don't have to navigate it alone. This is exactly why Social Security Watch exists. If this video helped you understand these complex changes, share this video with others who need to know about this. Subscribe to Social Security Watch if you haven't already. We have deep dive videos coming up on the 2025 COLA forecast, Medicare open enrollment, and how to maximize your benefits. Comment below with your questions or concerns. Are you affected by the end of paper checks? What's your biggest worry about a potential shutdown? Our team reads every single comment. And most importantly, share this video with your friends and family. Especially anyone you know who is a retiree, on disability, or otherwise depends on these benefits. This is information that needs to be shared. Thank you for watching. Stay informed and stay proactive. This is Social Security Watch, helping you secure your future. We'll see you in the next video. Safe.